Welcome to Hot Seat, the show with the hottest seat and even hotter questions.
So hot.
No, he did.
Here we go, Johnny. So welcome to Hot Seat. This is a show where we try to turn up the heat during the conversation, and we hope that you enjoy the conversation. So,
To start it off, we got Bart with the coldest question in the house.
yeah.
If you owned a marshmallow factory, what shape would your marshmallows be in?
Everyone collectively around the world just leaned in.
What was the question again?
That is a great question. I don't know why the Star of David came to me first. I'm not even Jewish. I just think it would be cool to have a Star of David.
Kind of fluffy?
Yeah, it'd be a cool like Star of David, and it has like the holes in it, so it's like.
Yeah. Oh, you would have holes in the Star of David?
Yeah, like a Star. No, like a Star of David with like the holes in it. I think that'd be.
I already know. I can visualize what section that would be in.
Yeah.
What section?
In the Jewish section of the grocery store.
The kosher, where the matzah balls are.
I don't know if it's kosher just because it's a Star of David thing. I don't know if
I think it is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Any-
I don't even know where to even go with that.
Anybody else have a hot seat question? Okay, I got a hot seat question. Have you ever had a pet that you loved? Mm-hmm. And have you? How was saying goodbye to that pet? What was that like?
I actually had two childhood dogs die. So crazy story. My childhood, like my one childhood dog that I loved. I was shooting my first episode of Power, and I'm literally on the way to set, and my mom accidentally texted me and said, "Butters just died. Don't tell Gianni he's filming today."
Oh, where was it going to?
It was going to my brother. And my older brother lived at school for a while, so he wasn't like close to the dog, so he like didn't really have like it was my dog. Like I got like all this stuff, and my mom texted me this, and I remember just being like, it's like go like going to.
Were you in any way on set? Like, were there extra emotions you could?
It was a pretty high comedy scene, so yeah.
Oh, that's even better. That's way better.
Yeah.
Well, you need that, right? You
Yeah.
need that kind of.
Yeah, that darkness.
Yeah,
in it. You're
fuck
like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna pretend, you know. But yeah, so that was the story of my childhood dog dying.
What kind of dog was it?
It was a Cavalier King Charles
No, it was
Spaniel.
a dead dog.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did you tell your mom?
Like, you fucking bitch, you texted the wrong person.
Yeah, I just said, yeah, you texted me, and she's like, oh, SH, and then she did like that asterisk marks, T.
She didn't go like, JK.
She's like, yeah, no, he's dead. I'm like,
Jesus.
but yeah.
Oh shit. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty cool place.
Don't they say all the sleuts come from RISD?
Yeah, they actually do. How do you know that?
We did a show out
We did a show at Brown.
Really?
You're just making this shit up.
No, that's like everyone's just like, oh yeah, all the salutes go to
Me? So apparently the students at Brown, they're like, the girls here suck, so let's go to RISD. Because that's where all the girls are.
art school.
Like, they like to party and
The real context is these guys go out there, they're like, hey, where can we find the sluts?
Where the sluts at? 2 streets over, RISD.
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, did you already know what you wanted to do?
Yeah, when I was probably around like 12.
12.
But
okay.
I like pushed
When
it
all the
through.
coaches are pushing you, then is that what got you to do it, or is it other people telling you you can? Do
I knew I wanted to do it, but I always was like, my parents also, when I was 10, I was living in Canada and flying to every country, all this stuff, playing hockey. So in my mind, I'm like, my parents, A, would never let me do anything else other than this at this point. And B, they put so much money and everything into this. I'm like, I can't just be like, hey, yeah, I want to go do theater in a fucking black box, you know, small theater, you know, in Encino. They'd be like, what the fuck? But I knew what I wanted to do. It just had to like get time.
How was it breaking it to them that you weren't going to be a pro hockey player?
So I like lied to them. I was like, oh, I'm moving to LA. I gotta like rehab my shoulder. My shoulder got hurt, like all this stuff. And I told my dad I was still gonna play the next season. I just kind of wanted to go figure out my life in LA for the summer. And then I got an agent within like the first couple weeks I was here. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not coming back. And I never touched my hockey bag
Were your
again.
parents like pretty upset with you? Was your dad pretty?
My mom was super supportive. My mom was like, go chase your dreams. Like, do what, like, this is your life. Like,
So your mom, all your coaches, everybody in your life was like, you gotta chase your fucking dreams.
yeah.
They all wanted you to stop.
Yeah.
Have you seen any adversity at all? I mean, holy shit.
Perfect.
Yeah, my fucking high school girlfriend, she fucking started dating someone else, and that's what pushed me through all the classes the whole time. Like,
The funny thing is, you're afraid
Oh
of
shit, you're
what
not
you're-
joking right now.
That really happened?
no, I didn't.
Of course not, dude.
No, of course not, dude. My childhood girlfriend fucking loves me. She hits me up all the time. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
she misses the
I just
perfect
bring it
guy.
up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Love it. It's on. Okay,
Got a perfect cock high five, Jesus.
when you, at least it wasn't a cock boys high five.
Yeah.
Well, that's for us over here.
Dude, I'll show it.
You bring a different energy
You
to
wouldn't
the room.
understand, bro. You wouldn't understand.
I bring a more feminine energy to the room. Is that what you
No gi jujitsu, bro.
no kids.
So you have
It's
a girlfriend?
nightgown jujitsu.
Oh, you don't have a girlfriend? Okay, so we all know that all fucking actors that are successful slay puss. How many have you had?
Yeah, let's go. Body count.
Like, are we
It's warm.
Yeah, this seat got a little hot.
Body count.
I mean,
He can't even keep count, this guy.
yeah.
The perfect cock
I
man
really-
never
I don't
kisses in
know.
town.
Okay, that's right. Have you ever been in a threesome?
Yeah.
Hey, foursome?
Wait, this month? Are we talking about this? Are we talking about this week? Yeah, I've been in a foursome, yeah.
Hey!
All chicks and you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All forward.
Would you ever?
I'm not gonna lie, like I do think about that a lot. I'm like, that was cool.
Would you ever let your bros join in?
It's a ratio thing.
What about the cock boys?
Best bros.
I just think it's too like it's just a risky thing. Whereas like if some girl was like there was 4 dudes here, it's like it's just weird. You know what I mean? I just don't want to like.
Why 4 though?
I don't know. I don't know. That was what came to my mind. Like all the bros being like, "Yo, am I next?" Like, you know what I mean?
If you're boning 4 chicks, which one gets the jizz?
How do you qualify?
His eye.
I guess like whatever one makes you come, you know. We'll get. It's like that's
good answer.
yeah. That's also like
was a
reasonable.
safe answer.
Yeah, it's just like whoever. Yeah, I know. I'm like the hottest one, obviously. No. The one who makes you know.
We have a lot of actors sitting in that hot seat, and they always answer this question. Shittiest co-star actor you've ever worked with?
I've honestly,
They always get first and last names too.
I've not had anyone that's bad besides Michael Rainey Jr., who's my co-star on. No, I'm kidding. No, literally, I've worked with just great people. Like, there's no one that has ever.
Very safe as well.
Sometimes there's people who like have weird energy, like while you're filming, and you're like, oh, like that's a little strange. But then afterwards, everyone's always like, oh yeah, cool. Like,
What about asshole directors?
no, I've had great directors. Like, I wish.
Your life sucks.
I wish.
50 Cent, dude.
Yeah. You
I
have.
wish I could, like, you know what I mean, have an asshole director and be like, fuck that guy. I can't wait to tell that at a party, you know what I mean? But I just.
Always answer this question too. When you want to have a sex scene in a fucking any movie or TV show you want to wear, which actress out there is the one for you?
If I were to pick to have a sex scene,
Yeah.
A working actress right now.
you guys are gonna get me fucking canceled. Okay, I'm not gonna say sex scene, but someone who I have a massive crush on is Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, send this to Vanessa
It's
Hudgens.
okay to say sex scene. I would love a sex scene with Vanessa Hudgens, and I'm totally committed and engaged. But come on.
Okay, so then what happens in 2 years from now? I'm doing a movie with Vanessa Hudgens. I have a sex scene, and then like someone combs the internet and go, he wanted this. You know what I mean? It's like you never know.
Well, then we got you by the
I get it. Everything still works. Listen, I'm white right now. Things aren't good for us. Okay? I need to just be cool, man.
Next question: if you had to punch a black guy, who would it be?
First and last. First and last.
When you do that sex scene with her, can you whisper in your ear and go, I'm sorry?
Honestly, I was a huge High School Musical fan growing up. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, that's where the origin story started.
That was your generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
What's 50 Cent's phone number?
50505050.
50.
How close do you feel to 50 Cent? Where you could call him by 5 now, right?
Yeah.
Can you call him just to talk about like life?
Here's the thing. It's like that boss thing. So like, you know, you wouldn't call him and be like, hey. I could text him and be like, hey, like, you know, what do you think about this situation that you know what I mean? And
Did you try to break that professional barrier where you're just
he
like,
does, like,
want to get some hamburger? Today's video is brought to you by DraftKings. The moment we've been waiting for since September is here in honor of the big game. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56 to 1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and win 280 in free bets if your team wins.
DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in New York, which means you can bet from almost 1/3 of the country. If Sportsbook isn't in your state yet, play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest for Super Bowl 56. New customers can get a free shot at the $1 million top prize with their first deposit.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code OFFTHERECORD, and get 56 to 1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get 280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code OFFTHERECORD at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 56.
21 plus minimum age and location requirements vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the TN Red Line. 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code OFFTHERECORD. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins.
We go. He owns a club called Taboo in New York, and we always go there. Me and our like my co-star, and if he knows we're there, like the bartenders or whatever, will text him and be like, "Your boys are here." Sometimes he'll just show up and come sit with us and hang out with us. But that's really like to the extent of it. But like the coolest thing ever was when I wasn't really close with him, and the spinoff hadn't come out yet. We had just filmed a little of it. And I'd only done like 4 episodes of Power at this time, and he was like, a little drunk at one of the, parties for the things, and he just like was, thank you so much to everyone, and he's like, was looking at everyone, and he's like, and Braden, that's my guy, and that's my character, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, like,
Let's hear it.
yeah, I'm like, fuck yeah. So that was like a cool thing. I was like, okay, cool.
Like, it's Gianni.
Yeah. That's just my character. No big deal. Call me whatever, man. Fuck me.
You know when you play hockey, like there's always like fights and stuff, right? Has there been a time where it didn't need to be a fight, but you're just trying to find any reason to just start socking on a dude?
In hockey? Oh yeah, all the time.
Oh, all the time?
Yeah. I got in a fight 3 weeks ago in a men's league hockey game. I beat the shit out of some old guy.
And it feels good?
It didn't feel great, but he for no reason he got his stick with one hand and just hit my hand for no reason. I'm like,
because you were crushing him, dude.
I gotta go work. Like it was crazy, and I'm like a hothead, so I just turned around, I took off my gloves, my helmet, and I just started feeding this guy. And then they kicked. It was actually my last game before I had to go to New York and start filming again. So they're like, you got a 4-game suspension. I was like, I'm done for the season anyways, motherfuckers. Yeah.
What's under what like context can you get into a fight in hockey? It's for any like I could just start socking him for no reason.
Usually in professional hockey, like say for an example, your team is down by like 4 or 5 goals. The fighter is like, okay, I gotta fucking like spark this up or something. I gotta change this around. There's that is like the most common. Or if someone like absolutely lays out one of your players, you're like, I can't let this happen, and the enforcer goes and beats the shit out of the guy.
If you throw gloves, though, I don't know shit about hockey, by the way. But if you throw gloves, my understanding is, as if the other guy throws gloves, then you guys can have a fight. But otherwise, you go in the penalty box.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you rather do if you were down to choosing between 2 huge hockey movies to be an actor in? Would you rather it be a comedy or a drama?
That is a great question. Yeah.
Mighty Ducks?
Mighty Ducks or Mighty Ducks 2?
Emilio, bro.
Or Shaolin Soccer, the hockey version?
It wouldn't matter a comedy or a drama. It would just be like who wrote it, who's attached to it, who are the other people in it. So, because my character in Power is literally like one scene he's like a fucking hard drug dealer, and then the next scene he's like, so what the fuck what we doing today? Like there's no like, you can't put a pulse on my character. Like he's dark and then he's comedy, so every day it's different. So I just live in that world anyway, so it's kind of all the same to me. It would just be who's attached better and stuff like that.
We've reached the 12-minute and 57 mark. This is part of the show where we like to
Turn up the heat.
Change the temperature into the heat, and it goes up. So would you?
Yes, I've hooked up with a guy, dude. Chill out.
Okay,
How do you guys fucking want it from me?
That's actually.
No, I'm kidding.
Do you have any serious life regrets?
No, because everything I've ever done has led me to this moment. And maybe if I did one thing that I shouldn't have, then I wouldn't be here. So I feel like you just learn and you get to a place where like you're here.
What has been the greatest challenge of your life? Because everything sounds glorious.
I mean,
Sounds
listen,
like you got astroglide on the fucking world and you're just fucking power fucking it.
I put a lot of positivity out, but like I went through some fucking hard times, like where I was homeless, I didn't eat, like I worked 3 restaurant jobs, like I was taking 6 acting classes a week, like I got my car repossessed, like
How do you end up homeless?
my lease ended on my apartment.
New York, LA?
LA, where I was here. I was just paying some guy like a sublet. He's like, he thought he was gonna stay another month. He's like, I gotta come back next week. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I literally didn't have a place to stay. I had my hockey bag with my clothes in it and I was walking around LA like, I'm fucked. Like, I don't know what to do.
How much money in the bank account?
Like $10 maybe, like nothing. Like I was like, I'm fucked. Like I just got to figure something out. And luckily there was a guy who's still one of my best friends to this day. He's my writing partner. He let me stay with him for 2 weeks, and I wound up getting I still had a restaurant job, but every dollar I had just went into classes, just got invested back in my career. I didn't put anything into like any type of enjoyment. Like it was literally everything for, so that's why I'm like, I'm super positive. I'm like, yeah, I'm here, like everything's great, but like I went through some hard fucking times, and I think that's a given because you guys are all here right now. Of course, you went through hard times to get to this place. I just feel like it's kind of cheesy to be like, yeah, like I slept in my car, this and that. It's like, yeah, everyone had a hard time,
Sometimes feeling a fucking pillow in the bed, you're just like, this is fucking luxury.
Yeah.
That's Joe still.
Yeah.
Especially when he's high. And then he's rubbing the pillow for a long time. We're like, we got it, Joe.
Yeah, sometimes it's the pillow and sometimes it's the foursome with 3 girls. You know what I mean? It's like,
fuck this guy.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I was homeless. I stumbled into a triplets house.
Actually, when I was homeless, yeah.
He's like, and that's when I'm sitting there, and I got these 4 girls in my car, and I'm like, this car's not big enough for all of us.
I got a good job.
I gotta do better.
Man, I gotta make it out the hood, man.
Was there ever a co-star that you had that you were intimidated to work with?
Octavia Spencer, yeah.
For sure, right? What was that like working with her?
So the first time I had a chemistry read with her, I read for Ma like 4 times. I had a chemistry read with her, and the second I walked in, she goes, oh, we got a young Tom Cruise. Like immediately made me feel comfortable. And I was like, oh, dope. Crushed the audition, booked it. But then I was like, oh, that was her making me feel comfortable. Now she's in work mode when we get to set. I get to set the first day, she's in the makeup trailer in wigs, like dancing and singing with the mop, like all this stuff, when she had to like murder someone. And I'm like, I fuck with this girl. And she was just immediately like cool as fuck. And yeah, since then she's helped me so much, like my career, life, like everything.
So would you do a sex scene with her?
100%.
How much money would
I think she's beautiful. Like she's like, her personality, she's just like such like when she speaks, like you're just like, I just think she's the fucking greatest person alive.
How much money would I have to pay you to text her right now and call her Octi?
Octi.
With an I.
Her nickname's Rock.
Oh, Rock.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Damn, I was close.
Yeah, but I don't think I would text her and just say, hey, Octi.
It's braided.
How do you know when you crush an audition?
It's a feeling and a look. So that's what I always say. Like you're like, okay, I was in it, and I wasn't in my mind like, oh my god, they're all looking at me as I'm saying my lines or as I'm should be.
Because sometimes you're in it, but it's still not what they're looking for.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
But just to provide some context, we've never crushed an audition.
What's it like?
But here's the thing: if you
booking your job,
there's a difference between being what they're looking for and crushing it.
Yes.
Crushing it is I did what I prepared and what I wanted to do, and it went exactly according to plan, the way I prepared this character. I was in the moment, I was listening and responding, and I wasn't in my head. That's crushing it to me. Now, they'll call you and go, yeah, you're totally wrong for the part. That doesn't mean like, oh, I didn't do well.
But I know 4 girls that want to bang you.
Yeah.
That's how the foursome happens.
In my mind, that doesn't mean like I didn't do well. It's just like, oh, I just wasn't what they're looking for, you know?
That's what they say.
Such a casting director.
Bro, I'm sorry you didn't get the part, but yo, I know 3-4 girls that are ready to fuck you right now, and they're gonna be great for you.
Couch, by the way.
I know.
Love you. They're gonna be. You guys are gonna have great chemistry.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you, man.
Okay, what was your worst sexual experience for fuck's sakes?
For fuck's sake, well done.
Worst sexual
right.
experience. I mean, all right. So this is. It's not. It wasn't like. I've never really had like a terrible sexual experience.
Of course not.
God.
Of course not.
I mean, there's a couple where I would like really like regret it, and I was like, oh.
I only lasted 2 hours one time.
I was like, her teeth were so big, that was dangerous back there. I should have been careful.
There was one time where I only made someone come like 4 times, and that was like that was rough.
Yeah.
Only?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
No, I don't know. There was one time where there was like a beautiful girl in my high school, and I finally hooked up with her, and I wanted to for like years, and we had sex behind a sushi restaurant.
So romantic.
She was like a tall model, so her legs couldn't fit in my back seat. So, and I just remember, I had hooked up. I feel like I'm such a douchebag, dude. Like, you guys are like, oh, fuck this kid.
Yeah.
I hooked up with a girl like 2 hours before this. She had 2 hours before this, and then I left my friend's house and I was heading home. And this girl texted me. She's like, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I just like need to get him off my mind. Like, I want to hang out with you. So I like whipped my car out and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. So I went to her house and I picked her up. Went behind the sushi restaurant. And I just hooked up with someone, and for some reason, like the way her legs were positioned, I could not get hard. So I was like hooking up with like this beautiful girl, and I literally was like, "No, it's fucking dude, it's just like it's perfect." And I was like hitting it, I was like, and I just couldn't get hard.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So then also, I never like. I think I like kind of like you do this
Orgasm.
but then
I'm nutting.
But then, so then I went to go take her home, and she was like, "Well, I'll just blow you while you drive." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." So
Who are you, bro?
I know I'm such a.
And then she's like, why does your dick
I
taste
don't
like
want to. I don't want to seem like it. I'm such a nice guy. I donate to the chips. I donate to Save the Chips.
Fine, we'll end it off on a sweet one. Okay, so you have to have.
Wait, no, I gotta finish the story.
she's blowing.
I gotta finish the story. So hold on, I'm not that nice of a guy. I'm gonna finish the story. I'm just kidding. So I'm driving her home, and she's blowing me. So I get pulled over.
Oh no! And then the cop starts blowing.
And then the cop gives me photos.
And they all have sex with you, right? I know how this story goes. Yeah, smoking hot cop comes out. Swishes for this guy.
Back up, they start blowing you.
Stub your toe, bro?
SWAT team comes out, all chicks with you.
All models.
And that's the foursome he's talking about?
Have you ever had a wet fart or anything?
You shit your pants.
I have shit my pants, dude.
God.
Oh my god.
All right, she's blowing you.
So she's blowing me. The cop pulls us over. He comes up. I'm like quickly like pull up my pants. It's still unbuckled. He comes up to the window, and his reasoning was that I looked young and I had a provisional driver's license. You're underage. You shouldn't be driving this late. So he pulled me over, and then he like gets my license. He looks at her. He looks at my pants unbuckled, and he went. And he gave it back to me. He's like, "Go right home."
Wow.
So it was cool, but let's not forget that I couldn't get my dick hard. Like that was embarrassing.
It's just the cop let you go, no problem. He probably high-fived you too. And
Yeah.
He probably hugged you and he's like, you're like the son I always wish I had.
You want to join the force?